Hi Joey, my name is Connor, or Blitz, or West, or I'm even using the account JDub now as well. Those are all my accounts that I'm responsible for. So I really like that you've been showing a lot of personal responsibility for your attacks and your defenses, and even though we won, you're not happy with the war because of the attacks and things like that. That's one of the three major signs of a player with really high potential that can really go far in this game and do really well. The other two are how hard you work, how much time you put into the game, and then the last one is just your natural knack for understanding the game and understanding the strategies in the game. And that's something that some players are limited by. I don't know your situation for the other two, but I really like the personal responsibility. So I figured if you want me to help train you and prepare you for the type of wars that we're doing over here at Murda, I guess it is Murda Inc. Anyhow, we're a level up in wars from what you're seeing over in Goon Squad. We are getting 3 stars on high level Town Hall 10s, and we're expecting 3 stars on all Town Hall 9s. It's an all 3-star warfare type of game, and I mean this is horrible base design, but yeah, this is what's come to be expected. Is Town Hall 9s 3-star in Town Hall 9s, Town Hall 8s 3-star in Town Hall 8s, Town Hall 10s 2-star or 3-star in Town Hall 10s. Like, these are Town Hall 10s, not very good ones, but they are Town Hall 10s. So, a little more history about Murda. We aren't like a top war clan. We've got a lot of the characteristics of a top war clan, like Red Troopers, Emphatic Elite, Clash Heads, One Hive. These guys are top war clans. They win pretty much every single war unless the opponent clan is really good and cheats, which is kind of the same for us. But if we were to go against them, they have much higher heroes. Like, I'll just pick someone at random here. 30-30 heroes. It's 20-20 heroes. It's pretty much just a thing with them. We can't really compete on their level yet because our heroes are about 15-15, which is good enough to 3-star, but not good enough to like guarantee 3 stars, which is what they do. They're the next level above us, which is what we're trying to get to and we're working towards. So anyhow, if you do have time to put into this game, I'd like to teach you 3 main things that kind of make a player good, and that's physical stats like heroes, defenses, troop levels. Next thing is offensive skill, and the next thing is defensive skill. So the 2 skill aspects I'll teach you. The farming one for building up stats is kind of on you. I'll show you the techniques to it, but really it's just how much time you have to throw into the game. So as far as offensive skill goes, we're going to use Nick, or Slayer, as an example. He's got about the same heroes and about the same troops as you do. And he's found a really good niche for 3-starring that makes him a good player. He 3-stars his level of base usually every single war. Right now, your defense is stronger than your offense, so you'll be hitting about 3 or 4 numbers below your rank if you were thrown in here. But like Nick, he's number 20 and he's able to hit number 21 for 3 stars, and he does it with Laloon. And this is kind of a sloppy base, but still, it's his level of base. It's his. This is what his base looks like as far as defense. Not for defensive design, because this is a horribly designed base, but as far as defense levels go, this base is where he should be hitting. The 2 variables in this style of attack you're about ready to see is the Archer Queen and the Clan Castle troops. They will attack loons and hounds, and the loons and hounds won't defend themselves. So they have to be removed before the main attack can start. And to do that, he lures the clan castle and the clan castle troops, which is the dragon. He kills it with a poison and his queen, and then he kills the king with his king. A good base will have a centralized archer queen, and you won't be able to reach her with your king. And we'll cover that more as you get into the attack styles, or get into actually practicing the attack. So what you're seeing here is he dropped his hounds first. He dropped 4 of them, 3 regulars and 1 in the clan castle. And then he dropped a line of loons behind, and he's basically just sweeping across the base. With no dragon or archer queen to defend the base, this style of attack is just, it's just gonna murder. Yeah, and that's what happens. The hounds are like air golems, and when the hounds pop, they release these lava pups all over the place, and the lava pups clean up the base while the attack is going on. So it's a really fast attack. It was only like a 2-minute attack, and it's all over. That's how most of these Laloon attacks are. And what's great about these Laloon styles is once you learn it, you can use it up on higher bases as well. Like this is a kind of an extreme example. This really won't really happen very often, but this base was done almost the same way. And it's a pretty good Town Hall 10 base. Having said that, you do a lot of Go Wipe right now, and I'm sorry if this offends you, but Go Wipe is a luck-based attack. If you 3-star, it's not replicable. And what I mean by that is, if you do this same attack, you'll get different results. And that makes it random. It makes it like flipping a coin. And sometimes it can 3-star, but usually it doesn't. It doesn't have enough defensive targeting troops. It's not a good 3-star strategy. It's kind of a waste of potential. It's not going to produce. None of these, over here on our bases, when they used hogs and or loons, they got 3 stars. When they did Go Wipe, they got 2 stars. And because of that, we clobbered them. We murdered them because we don't do any Go Wipe. And it produces much better results. And these fellows that got away here, like 99%, 73%, 81%, they were somewhat close. So yeah, Laloon is a great thing that you can get into. You can also do Goho. That's harder to learn. It's more powerful though, and can be applied to a lot more bases. If you're interested in Goho, that is something we can get into and discuss, and I'm willing to teach. And this is kind of a Goho style. I don't know what you've been exposed to as far as attack strategies, so I'm just kind of showing it all. Golem composition goes in, gets the clan castle, gets some defenses, gets the archer queen. Once those are removed, they start tanking. Once they're tanking, you can send in the hogs on the back end of the base. And this is where Go Wipe struggles. You see, all these troops in here, they're getting hit from all these angles, and the Go Wipe will fall apart right about here. Hogs, on the other hand, are defensive hunting, which gives them a huge advantage for cleaning up defenses. While all these troops are getting murdered in the core, the hogs can go through and clean up the rest of the base and get rid of the defenses. And that's where Goho is much better than Go Wipe. So, I mean, not all Go Wipe is useless. The golem composition part of Go Wipe is used at these higher levels of war to 3-star. But it's not, Go Wipe on its own is not a good 3-star strategy. And I know you've been doing that kind of because you haven't had other options and you haven't been exposed to other stuff. It's something that we see very commonly, and it's usually the first thing we start fixing in people once we've recruited them and we start training them. It's hard. It's hard to. You get a lot of 1-stars. It's a really rough learning curve. A lot of people give up. If you can fight past that, it'll start paying off, and it'll start producing lots of awesome and rewarding 3-stars. Anyhow, I hope you're willing to take me on as a mentor. Thank you.